There she is. Look at that. That looks sick. Really turned out. Can't wait to sit in there and see that. This is usually fairly frightening.
I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna be showing you how to make A-pillar gussets today. I've already got a good start on it. If you haven't seen my video beforehand on doing the hoop gussets, go check that out first. This is just an additional video on the gusset stuff. So I have most of the information on there on how to gusset and how to dimple dye. So go watch that one. Anyways, I've got some secrets on how to do some A-pillar ones that are sick. So stay tuned. Go to my A-pillar and get right into this. So I've got to measure the distance between my A-pillar and the body of the car. So I'm going to do that, get the average, and then cut out a piece of cardboard that is that average. And then I can make little notches where it needs to be cut out. So you put it up there, take out pieces, mark it with a marker, then get a knife out, cut it. Whatever you got to do, you got to make sure it fits nice. Then you take it over to your piece of steel and make your line. So this is my left line, and then this is my right line. So this is the right piece I made, and this is the left. I am going to be dimple dyeing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my 1¼ hole saw for my 1¼ actual dimple dye. Drill all these holes, dimple all of them, and then I can cut it out, and it's less likely to deflect or deform from what I have learned through my experiences in the last few days. How I did this was I just used my dimple and marked around it where I thought it was appropriate due to my measurements. Now I'm going to measure for the center for all of these, then pilot drill them, and then use the new fresh hole saw that I've got here. So yeah, I'm gonna do all that right now. Use a nice small pilot drill. Make sure she's lubed, use WD-40, whatever you gotta do, make sure she's not dry or you will burn out your bit. Okay, all the pilots are drilled. Now it's just time to hole saw the thing out. It'll be a lot of fun, sarcasm. Alright, here we are. So we are covered in a whole bunch of metal shavings. Just gotta wipe them off. Now I'm going to sand all the insides of the holes. And then on the other side, I usually get a grinder and then just smooth these out because it always frays a bit. They're all sanded up nice and pretty. So now I put the female side of the dye onto the table facing up with the beveled piece. Then the steel piece goes on top, and then my male goes through here and into there, and then I hammer it. So basically what it's doing is putting that design into the sheet. You could make them anything you want if you had the machinery to make it. I do not have a lathe or anything like that. I don't know how to run a lathe. So you could technically run whatever size you want, as long as you can hole saw it out. So I'm just gonna do this. Basically, I just hammer it until it's not gonna go in any further, and then I do the next hole, blah, 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 and then that's it. Look at that. So when your arm gets tired, you're probably not done yet. You're probably done the first one, so you gotta keep going. Anyways, looks dope. Oh yeah. Freaking happy with that, that's for sure. So I'm gonna cut this in half, and then I have my marks to cut out on the sander if needed. I'm gonna leave it big. Worst case Ontario, it'll be big, then I'll be able to cut it down. So now it's time to cut it out. I'm gonna paint the backs of these, and while these are drying, I will weld this guy in. Ta-da! Both of them turned out like perfect, which I'm stoked about. They're looking exactly the same, which is awesome, but now it's time to put them in. I've also got to put this one in. I've been procrastinating on it huge. When I paint all these gussets, I just get on the backs, I paint them fully, because I'm gonna be welding it up in the car like this, so I won't be able to paint the back later on. And then once the back's dry, I flip them over and then paint in the middle, not on the edges, because that's where I gotta weld. Okay, this one is ready to go in. Just gotta get it in the right position. But yeah, she fits great. So I had to cut all that out and get her fitting perfect. She does fit perfect. So now I just got to take out the paint that's on the cage, and then I'm gonna have to do the same to the body. This is what I hate. I hate just doing that shit. Like, nobody wants to do that, but I do like doing that, if that makes sense. This thing's gonna look sick when it's done, just like the other side, right? All right, I'm gonna get on to it. My battery died while I had it mounted onto the firewall and I couldn't see it. But anyways, I got her sanded up and she's painted. Look at that. That's looking nice. These welds were actually pretty stellar. I'm back. Yesterday I did the gussets for the A-pillars. So those are ready to go in, they're dry, all that good stuff. So weld those puppies in. So if you're wondering why I have tape on my eye, I got welding flash and I got it really bad. So what welding flash is when you're welding and somehow the crazy lights are hitting your eye. Either your mask isn't down or you're getting a reflection off of something. Maybe my sweater was giving me a bad reflection to my eye, because there was a bunch of welds that I was doing yesterday that were just long. They were like 50 seconds long, 2 minutes long. It depends what I was doing, but a lot of the welds I was trying to do in one shot. So it was really, really strainful on my eye. And also the day before I was welding too. And the day before I had my mask up and I flicked to get down with my neck, so my mask was coming down and my mask hit the roll cage and it didn't go all the way down once the weld started. So I stopped right away and I did get flashed, but that happens to me, not gonna lie, probably once a week. I try to not have that happen, obviously, but it does happen. But you just gotta close your eyes and look away as quickly as you possibly can, because stuff does happen, especially since my welder gets started by touching the steel. Like, there's no button or anything. If it touches steel that's grounded, it starts. So like, it can be just chilling on the floor of my car, like with a rag, and if the tungsten pokes through the rag onto the floor, it starts. And like, if you don't have your mask on, you gotta look that way to get this thing away. Anyways, basically from what I've experienced with welding flash, it takes about 24 hours to kick in. So I think I got it 2 days ago, and then me continuing welding strained it even worse. So I woke up this morning and like, I'm like, I'm not opening this eye today. So I just shut her up, because like my entire face was covered in liquid from my eye. Not good. So I'm just gonna keep trucking. Don't worry about me too much. I'm just gonna keep going, obviously, because that's what I do. But yeah, gotta be more careful. Closest to the top I can. That looks sexy. So I'm just going to figure out where I want it, mark out on the actual cage where I need to take up the steel, just like normal, and do the same to this side on the body of the car, and then I can tack it in. I had to take my patch off. I couldn't do any decent welds without my 2 eyes, so I just removed it. I'm not feeling too bad about this guy right now. It's not giving me too much pain or anything. It's just discomfort. So I'm just gonna make sure I'm keeping her safe by keeping the mask down and making sure there's no reflection and all that good stuff. Can't wait to sit in there and see that. I'm about to do the second one here. I've got everything sanded up. I'm gonna put her in there. Got her done. It's got real smoky in here from all this paint catching on fire. And now I'm gonna paint it, and then I'm all done for this. And now she's done. I'm probably gonna be doing some more gusseting, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. Right now, that's like plenty of gusseting. That would be fine, but tomorrow I'll come in and see if I want to put some above the hoop and all that. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe.
Something great. That's my way.